Okay, so I've started the recording. Is it okay?
Yeah, it is fine.
Okay. So let me start with very basic things. What is API? As you just mentioned, API is something which is used to connect two systems, right?
Mhm.
For data exchange. But before that, I will tell you how exactly this was working. So I'm taking you to one example. You were in college. The college must have asked you to create some project in your engineering or whatever degree you were doing, right? Did they ask
Yes,
you? You are
yes,
for
yes.
computer stream, right?
Computer science.
So
Yes, yes.
exactly. Everyone amongst us have created something like this, a school management system, library management system, or something like that, right?
Hmm.
So wherein what happens is we do some fields and there is a button which makes the entry into a database, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
This is a UI. It can be developed in any programming language. It doesn't matter. And this is a database. Right? So how we used to design this used to be in HTML, CSS or Java. Okay, as per their convenience or syllabus, students used to do that. So here whoever enters some data, for example, student's first name, student's last name, and submit. So there used to be an event where anyone who clicks on submit, that data used to go and store in this table. Is it familiar to
Yes,
you?
yes, yes, yes.
Right? So this is to go into a table where student data table was there, for example, student data. The same way, if you wanted to fetch these things, you'll pull that details into using a SQL query and show into this screen where all student data is visible. For example, like this, right?
Yeah.
So there used to be n number of tables as per the whole project. We used to do PHP MyAdmin, MySQL database was there.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was the screen. Either we used to develop it in Java or HTML, CSS, and PHP. So in this, SQL was the query from where we were talking directly with the database, right? If
Yes.
we have to pull some data, if we have to make an entry, SQL was responsible in that case. Correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So since every company was having their own database, they were connecting with their database and showing the results, whatever they have. It is used to happen before 2010. More of the companies were not on APIs, but on direct database connectivities. So the reason, for example, you might have seen IRCTC, right? I
Yes.
will take you through basics. It might feel so lengthy, but it's very important to understand. Okay.
Okay. Okay. No issues.
So this is a website. Again, this is a UI for us, right? For an
Hmm.
end user like us, this is a user interface wherein I have a provision to choose two fields. For example, I write Pune here. Okay. It's asking me to log in, I guess. Okay, no problem.
You
So
can try
here,
other
what is this?
application.
Yeah. So IRCTC owns the railway in India, right?
Yes.
They are the only one who operates railways in India. So accordingly, they will have their own database, correct? Database is
Yes. Yes.
their storage of every business operations, every data which they have, right? So this might be their database, right? In that database, they would be having tables like tickets information, right? This is, for example, first table. There would be another table called railway routes. Since it's also an organization, they will be having their HR data, all the data related to their employee. They'll be having accounts table or their finance table. So whatever money they are earning in forms of ticket, whatever they are giving in forms of salaries, etc., is stored in this database, right? So they might be having again a separate table for number of railway stations and vice versa. We don't know how many tables they have, correct?
Yes.
What they used to do, so they had created this kind of interface for the user, wherein users can come and book their tickets automatically by not coming to the station and directly booking those online. So this is the interface what we see. So when a users put something like Pune to Chennai and get results, it goes to the table called railway routes, right?
Yeah.
It goes to the table called railway routes, and a query is being fired that okay, so Pune to Chennai, whatever details are here, show here. Clear? So this is how it used to work before. So in order to give this functionality to some other companies like Confirm Ticket, Confirm Ticket,
Yes.
Make
Yes.
My
I know.
Trip, TTM, and so many other apps are there. From where also we can book the railways. So railway anyways is of IRCTC. So the data must go to IRCTC table only now for tickets. No matter from where you book. This is the central system wherein they log the records for the ticket booked, the vacant seats, right?
Yes.
So, for example, the reason there were no apps like this before was they had to give the whole database access to those person. Okay, APIs were not that familiar at that time. So either they had they must give this whole table access to the third party applications to make operations on this, but again it's a risk that they might see the finance data, HR data, they can manipulate all the stuff. That's the reason there were no such applications. Clear?
Okay. Yes. Clear.
Even for banking, if you take an example of any bank in the world, you will be using some bank, so they also have their own database table like this. But
Yeah.
at the time, phone pay was not there, Google Pay was not there, just because it's not feasible for anyone to give their direct data access to someone third party, right? So what exactly is a API? By definition, you know what is API, and it does not matter by definition, but you should conceptually know what exactly is that. I'll tell you. Okay. So API is something where a backend developer, understand one thing, okay? Where a backend developer takes only the necessary tables. Example, this and this. Okay. And somehow they write the code. This is a cloud service, for example, cloud. For this particular tables, n number of tables, they write the code and deploy that in a format called for URL format, a URL format. And that URL is called API. Definition wise, you are clear. But APIs are developed in this way. So backend developers, what he does is he takes the necessary tables. Okay, and he understands, okay, to make an entry in this table, what fields he needs as an input and what output he has to give to the user. Accordingly, he develops a code and host it on or deploy it on a cloud server, which is created in the form of URL. That is a API. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes. It is clear.
Right. So now what API does is, so the API, for example, if given to anyone, for example, anyone, any trusted source or anyone. So these people, for example, this is a mobile app called Paytm app, from wherein we can again book the tickets. Let's say they also have the ticket booking functionality, right?
Mm.
So this is their mobile app. So what they can do is, since IRCTC has offered them two APIs, which is ticket booking API and railway routes. So this people again will create some application, no matter what technology they are using. They will create a similar interface, will make easy, for example, less buttons, less something. So when user will put that they wanted to go from Pune to Udaipur, for example, and click a button, instead of contacting directly the database, what they are going to do is they are going to send this request to their this API, and this API ultimately will talk to this table, will log a entry here and give that back the response to the person. Here, small
Okay.
message. Got it?
Yeah,
In this
got it.
case, the third party application like confirm ticket, Paytm, or make my trip, Vigo, whatever it may be, it cannot see their HR data. It cannot see their finance data. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is it clear to you?
Yes, yes, it is clear.
That
And
is
where
why,
is this API hosted in the same location where database is there, or
see,
it is?
database is always on premise.
Mm.
What does that mean? We have a mobile phone, for example, with me, right? The
Yeah.
memory card is in my phone, right? So I cannot
Mm.
access that via some other location, right? If my phone is in Pune and I am outside of Pune, I cannot access that, right? But
Yes, yes.
whereas if I have a Google Drive on my phone, and no matter in the world where is my phone, with the same credentials, I can log into any system,
Mhm.
right? The same way, these programs are hosted on some cloud server like AWS, Microsoft Azure, we say, and there are so many. Google Cloud.
Okay.
Clear? Consider this as a cupboard. For example, this is a cupboard of your home. Okay. Even for our members in our home, what they do, they come and just simply open the cupboard and see whatever section they wanted to see, right? But there are
Yes, yes.
always some sections like these drawers whose keys are only with you, right?
Mm.
So outsiders or the people who are not very personal to you, they can access only this thing, this thing, this thing. They can see this, but not this drawers. Why? Because you protected them with the keys, right? The same way APIs is what? These are protected cupboards or drawers, which the keys you have and you offer to give it to someone you know very well or someone you intentionally offer, right?
Yes.
So that is why the reason we see this applications like Phone Pay, Google Pay, so many other applications are now in demand and in market. Even you might be having a bank account in any bank of the world, since you manage to use app like Crade, Phone Pay, and Google Pay, right? Because banking interface are so boring and so time taking, right?
Mhm.
Even in the case of banking, see, would you mind sharing your bank passwords to anyone?
No.
Never. Still, PhonePe, you're with the help of PhonePe. PhonePe is able to check your balance. PhonePe is able to make a transaction on behalf of you, right?
Mm.
Because you have granted them an access to talk with your bank. So there are also APIs involved, right?
So here, what all the thing does is API. So
Exactly.
user,
Nowadays, everything is on API.
yes. So
If
user
API,
calls the API and API gets the thing what user wants.
exactly. So now, for example, IRCTC has generated an API. So we have understood what is an API basically. Okay, this is very first thing. What API is, you know that
Mhm.
application programming interface, that you can get it
Yes.
on Google, but conceptually
Yes.
it must be cleared, right? So now, if someone created an API and give it to anyone randomly, would you be able to consume that? So the answer is no. Every API has some authentication, and there are several types of authentication. Okay. The one is basic, username and password. Every API also had username and password. This was a common thing. This is a common approach. So whoever develops any API, they give this authentication, username and password. Okay.
Okay.
Now they also have upgraded. So username and password also can be shared with anyone along with the API. So right. So again, to increase the security, there is a concept called OAuth.
Okay.
What is this exactly? You know, the OTP kind of system that we do for every application. You might be having Instagram, any app. Even if you
Yeah.
manage to put your correct login credentials, like your correct Instagram ID, password, still it asks you for the OTP, right? So this is OAuth. OAuth is something like this. For every fresh request which we make, it generates a token, right? By making only the allowed user log into the API or use that API, correct?
Yes, yes. So
So
we
these are
use
the
this
kinds of,
on the top of basic, right?
sorry,
OAuth. We use this OAuth on top of basic after
on
username
this
and
one, what?
password.
Yeah, right, right. Even some of the clients on which I'm working now, they are currently still on basic authentication. But banking APIs are somewhat critical. They have 2, 3 parameters in their security while accessing their APIs. Okay.
Okay.
We'll show you. Eventually, you'll be understanding so many. There are so many types. But I really do not wanted to confuse you right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what is an API, what is an authentication. For example, Anurup, just for the sake of understanding, more detailed understanding, you launched another company that make purchases on voice, for example. Now even we have railway tickets or flight tickets. What we do? Okay, we put Pune to Chennai, and if there is no direct train, what we do is we find some nearby spots and put that, right. For example, you come up with new idea in the market where you have built an AI kind of stuff and given your name, a very smart ticket booking app wherein you can book airplanes ticket, railway ticket. And this is a white voice assistant. You just have to tap on this and say, "Hi, I wanted to book tickets from Pune to Chennai." Right?
Mm.
So, for example, with the help of developers, you manage to make it very smart that if Pune to Chennai is not available, it will manage to show us the results which are nearby. For example, I don't know what is the nearby station to Chennai, but for example, Chennai to Shivaji Nagar, which is very close to Pune, okay, or Chennai to Mumbai. So it will ask you in written, shall I book this if the above one is not possible? So instead of now typing and entering all the stuff into the forms, it's voice based now. Okay. You have created this app,
Okay.
correct? You can obviously do now. It's a innovative idea. So what exactly you are going to do in the backend, even if there is a voice assistant. So you will write a program which will convert that voice into some format, like wherein the API must get, okay, what is the what we say, uh, city 1 and city 2. If I say I
Source
wanted
and
to go from
destination.
Pune to Chennai, so your app will sense that, and okay, so Pune is the first city, Chennai is the second city. So it will ask on which date, preferably what time. So everything it will be capturing in a variable, for example. It will be saving. Then ultimately in the backend, anyways, IRCTC, since I mentioned that IRCTC is the only one who is offering train tickets. So it will, and you might have taken IRCTC APIs, right? See, you have to officially register as a vendor or an agent to IRCTC. Then they offer you the APIs. Okay. So now let me show you the APIs. How it's, since I say for API, you know what is definition, and you also know that it is hosted on a URL, right?
Clouds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's deployed on cloud, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us, because anyways we are going to get the URL, that is the API, along with the credentials. It may be basic authentication, OAuth, or whatever authentication it has, right?
Mhm.
So IRCTC is offering this many APIs, live train status, and yes, that is important, correct?
Yeah.
PNR check, live station, station search, which you will be using in your case, seat availability, train fare. So everything you see, train number information, train schedule, train name, train number, train name to number. So these are the APIs which obviously they might be having in their database tables, but they have managed to deploy it on a cloud services and offer it to third-party vendors. That is why these kinds of applications exist. No?
Okay.
So for example, if I see station search, which we want for our example, so all the applications we are seeing right now are registered with this chrisapis.indianrailroadgovernment.in. So anyways, you have to get registered with them, sign in with them, and they will offer you the APIs. Okay. We'll be not taking you that date to you. You see, like this. This is the thing. This is the URL. Okay. Did you get?
Can you show me once?
I will show you. So you might have you were having idea about API, but have you ever seen any API?
No.
I'll show you. For example, there is no railway here. What I'll show you is Buswala. I will show you. Okay. So get bus. Get is get the data. So this is a URL api.zulpay.in travel bus city list, wherein you are passing a token. This is not a basic authentication. Okay. I mentioned basic authentication as a user and password, but these people are using token based, which is a different concept. Right. So you pass something like this in body. So anyways, you have to ask something now, that I wanted to see tickets from this city to this city, right? Source city is Hyderabad, destination city is Bangalore for the date. This. Then API gives you the response. Okay. So there are 7 buses for your requirement. This one is the first bus. This one is the second bus. This is the third bus, fourth bus, fifth bus. You see? Are you able to see that?
Yes, yes, I mean.
Now, what is this? We'll tell you. So APIs, anyways, you got to know what exactly is that, right? So there is a possibility anyone in the world might come up with this idea. It's totally possible. In IRCTC, see again, when we were logging, it was asking some pop-up, so I quit that website. Even if they own the railways, I was not wishing to, register it or book a train ticket from them. Either I use Confirm Ticket or some other app, right? Because of their user experience. So in future, you can come up with these ideas, or anyone can come up with these ideas, can use APIs only. Clear?
Yes, clear.
So now you know what is API. Okay. I will show you now types of API. There is a concept of types of API. Now you'll say, what is type of API? So there are 2 types of API. Okay. Make sure, Anuru, once everything is clear, then only we can move ahead. Otherwise, it's of no use. Okay. Is that thing
Okay.
100% clear to you? 100%.
Yes. Yes, it is clear.
Okay, then I can move ahead. So there are two types of APIs. Let me give you the name. Synchronous.
Synchronous.
You might have heard, right? Do you know what exactly is this? Okay, no problem. I will teach. So what is a synchronous API? By definition, I don't know what it say on Google, but something which gives you the result back,
Yes, yes.
right? If this is the request and if you send it to someone, some other system, obviously API means some other system, it gives back the response instantly, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
1 second. Sorry. Okay. Now you and me both are talking with each other, right? So humans can obviously talk uh, in person or on virtual calls, right? So if I'm saying something, you are giving me the response, right? And
Yes.
in the case we are exchanging information with one another, you are saying something, you are telling me something, I'm giving you something. So APIs, again, I'm coming on this point. So APIs is something where two systems communicate with each other, they exchange information with each other. They are not humans, they cannot talk in person, right? So there is why API is there, wherein they exchange API, the one consumes, the one provides. Clear?
Hmm.
The two types of there of
Can
APIs. One
we
is
call it as a client and server in that case?
exactly right. And there is one server and no number of clients, right? One API can be used by n number of clients. Clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, synchronous API is what? Whatever we request for, it instantly gives us the response. Can you tell me one example of real life?
Um,
In your mobile application also, there are so many applications which is very good example of APIs. You can see. Just answer me, whatever it may be.
so chatbot like ChatGPT. So we are texting something and it is giving some response.
Right? Yeah, actually they are using APIs in the backend.
Yes. They need to
Again,
get
more.
some data, real-time data. So in that way, this API thing helps to get the data, right?
Right. Very correct. More.
Um, in Zomato, Swiggy. So
Obviously.
they
So
need to
Zomato talks
know
with the
what are the
system of.
items. They need to know what are the items that are present in the restaurant or in the warehouse, something. So based
Exactly.
on that,
So see what Zomato is doing. Any restaurant might be having a system with themselves. They have a menu card. The same thing they have managed to put in their software. Basically, so many restaurants in India use a software called Pet Puja. Have you
hmm,
heard ever?
paid, right? I don't
So it's a software. It's a restaurant software, Pet Puja. Okay.
know. Okay.
So many restaurants here in India use this. So Zomato is directly integrated with this. So every restaurant might be having their own menu card, their own rates on what they are selling, right? Correct, no?
Yes.
So Pet Puja has, every restaurant has this, and the Zomato and Swiggy is connected with this system. So whenever a user like you and me searches anything, Zomato takes the order, with the help of Paid Puja API, it pushes to the Paid Puja system. So the restaurant managers will able to see, okay, I've got an order now. Clear?
Okay.
If these APIs were not there, what we used to do? We used to just simply call to the restaurant and okay, we'll ask, okay, book this for me, book this table for
So
me, or
this paid puja is integrated into Zomato. This
Paid Puja has
how?
offered APIs wherein Zomato might be consuming that.
Okay.
Got it? See, no one is directly accessing databases now.
hmm
Clear?
So you extract only what you need.
Exactly. Why would a user like us from app like Swiggy or Zomato would care about their inventory? How many they have in their inventory, in their fridge? It doesn't matter now. What matters to us is what fresh menu they have and can I book it or no? Simple as that. In Paid Puja
Okay.
software, it might be having an option to their tables data. Why would I care how many tables they have? Why would I care what is the inventory which the people might be having? It doesn't matter to us now.
Yeah.
Or even why would they share to apps like Zomato or something like that? Why would they share their database? They will see their earnings, everything. It's of no use now. That is why
Yes.
APIs are there. Clear? So in case of Swiggy or Zomato, what we do, for example, it's a Zomato app and it's a restaurant. I will write. It's a restaurant. I will make a request from here. I will say I need soup. Example. I'll push this to restaurant and restaurant will book in their system. Okay, soup for Prathamesh Tutar and send it to Zomato as a confirmation I will get. Clear?
Yeah.
At the same time, the delivery person will also get a notification from restaurant. Once they'll put a button called it's ready. So this person will start seeing. Okay, the food is ready. I need to go to pick up. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now, synchronous API example is here in front of you. From Zomato, users like us are asking something to the restaurant, particular restaurant. That restaurant is taking our order, and once that order is logged into that system, they are giving a confirmation. Your order ID is this, and we have confirmed, and instantly we'll get a message, right? So this is a
Yeah.
synchronous call. Clear?
Yes. Yes. Clear.
But when an order is been prepared, what they do is in restaurant, the user must be clicking on some button like order is ready for pickup in their system. Clear? So restaurant is now giving a message that order is being done and it is sent to the delivery person. So delivery person again does not reply back. So delivery person just see a pop-up. Okay, I've got an order. I need to go to this restaurant. Simple. So this is a one-way call. This is a asynchronous call.
Okay. Okay.
Synchronous is here. Asynchronous is here. So restaurant to delivery person. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes. Clear.
Perfect. Now,
So in that case, we can say for the end user, we can say um, synchronize is user.
right. Which case? Which case you are asking?
Any case, because end user want to know that the thing is properly delivered or not.
Yeah. Afterwards, the communication will be synchronous with the person. Actually, it's a real-time concept. Don't take that much in depth. I will be teaching you. Don't worry on that. But
Okay.
in the meantime, let me add this for you. So you have to write the definitions on all the stuff as per your time slots. Clear?
Mhm.
I hope you are getting the points clearly.
Yes, yes.
This is so fundamental thing. Okay, you must
Mm.
understand this. So no other CPI course they directly jump into the development, but again people confuse, right?
Mm.
Now I haven't come to CPI topic yet. We'll tell you why we use CPI and all this stuff. So it's you and me. For example, it's me and it's you. How are we talking? We are exchanging information. You are understanding what I'm saying. How?
Using a platform, Teams.
It's a platform. It's a medium. So here, it's a medium here, right? Right?
Mm.
Information, anyways, we are sharing in the form of language. No?
Yes.
There is one universally accepted language that you understand that I speak. I am Marathi, right?
Mm.
And you are from South. You might be speaking some different language, not Marathi,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
So since our both languages are different, still we are managing to talk with one language that is commonly understood between both of us,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
So that is English. So I'm saying something, in return you're giving me the response. What kind of call is this? I'm saying something or asking you something and you giving me the answers.
This
So
is a
this call is
synchronous.
of exactly. So this is a synchronous call. You got it?
Mm.
So we people can talk in so many different formats. The one format is English language. One format is Hindi. You might be knowing Hindi as well.
Mm.
Or what is your language, by the way?
Telugu, Telugu.
If I know if I knew Telugu, I might be talking in Telugu. You might be understanding that too. So that would be also a format of talking. So for humans, we can also talk in emojis, right? In chats, what we
Mm.
do, we
Yeah.
talk in emojis. We can talk with hand gestures. In friends, we talk,
Mm.
right? Uh, but
Yes.
systems, in case when we consider there are two systems. One is system A, one is system B. Clear?
Yeah.
Now I'll take an example. I'm SAP, for example, here, and you are a government portal. You're a government portal, for example, right? So, anyways, these are two systems. How do the two systems communicate with each other? Is there any language for them, like English, Hindi? Do you know that?
API.
API is the method, we can say. Yeah, API is the method through which we are going to connect with each other, not
Mm.
share information. It's a pipeline wherein we can share the information, but information sharing, how it's going to be done? What is the language of a system to talk? Government might be speaking some different language. SAP might be speaking some different language. How are we going to send? Right now,
JSON.
API is the exactly API is the mode of communication. So the language for APIs in the world are only two languages. Understand? Only two
Mm.
languages. First one is JSON. First one is XML. Second one is JSON. Okay, like English or Hindi. Clear?
Mm. Yes, clear.
So both of the system, and there is a requirement that they must know either one. It's not mandatory that they must know all the two, XML and JSON. Though SAP has a provision that we can import, we can push or pull the data in XML and JSON, but government system prefers XML, right?
Mm. Yeah.
JSON is anyways lightweight, but XML were used by so many old systems. So government might be XML, SAP is feasible in both XML and JSON. That doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me recite again. So far, what we learned, why do we not use databases? What is API? API is in the form of URL. Their authentication. So many authentications are there. I just taught you 2. Eventually, we'll be guiding you on that. Okay. Types of API, synchronous API, asynchronous API. It's a that type, right? Again, there is a type called REST API, SOAP API. We'll cover up after this point. The formats in what they communicate with each other is XML or JSON. Clear so far?
Yeah. Okay.
You know there is a concept of GST. Do you know that?
GST.
Hmm?
Is it
GST,
government
GST.
related? SGST and CGST you're talking about that?
Exactly. Even if not that detailed, but you know, any company like us, for example, if we give services to anyone, we charge GST, right?
Yes.
If there is an invoice of rupees 1 lakh rupees, right? If I charge it to you, for example, so I will take 1 lakh plus 18%, that is 1,18,000 from you, right?
Yeah.
Whatever we do, we obviously pay GST nowadays. So the company, if my company is using SAP, my ERP is SAP, in which I create the customers, I sell the things and create the invoices, for example. But in the month end, every month, every company has to report to government how many sales and purchases they have done in GST, right?
Yeah.
It's the mandate. It's a mandatory thing for every company. Clear? There is some noise.
One second.
Okay. Shall I start?
Is it clear now?
Yep, now clear. Okay. So whenever I charge any invoice, I charge it with GST, right?
Yes.
And for example, if I'm charging this to you, what I will do in my system, I will create one invoice in the system, right? In that, what I will do, I will create a employee, sorry, not employee, I will create a customer. My customer is Mr. Anurup. His company is ABC Private Limited. His GST number means your GST number is this, on against which I have taken 1,18,000 rupees from you, right? So whatever money I take from my customers in a month, I might be collecting from thousands of customers, money from thousands of customers, right?
Yeah.
Right? Is it clear?
Yes. Yes. I'm clear.
Now the same thing I have to report it to the government portals. So what some of the companies, even nowadays, what they are doing is they are going to their SAP system or any ERP system which they are using. They are downloading the invoices, creating a folder like this. Let me show you. Even I have done that. GST 2026. You see, and these are my April purchases and sales. These are my June purchases and sales. Uh, and this is May purchases and sales. Create. In June, I forgot to create sales folder, wherein there are so many invoices of my clients. Clear? So now what I do is I give it to my company secretary. There is a person who takes this access of this folder and she manually logs into the government portal and import one by one. This is what she is doing now in my case. Clear?
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Because our invoicing is not in so volume. Like there are not thousands of invoice every month which we are doing. Unless and until Amazon are giving multi lakhs order a month. So they also has to report to the government. Na? So they might be having this solution. So instead, for this example, consider I have so many invoices which I need to file for GST. Clear?
Yeah.
So the traditional process is what? We'll download it, we'll segregate it as per the folders, as per the month, and we'll put it on the government portal one by one. We'll manually upload, right? But in the second approach, what are we going to do is we'll use the APIs of government. Government will give GST API. And they give it GST API. Now you have the GST API as well. So how do you integrate now? You have to send the data from here to here, huh? Somehow, right? So okay, you got the API. Let me take the GST sample API. Yeah, got it. GSTN. Okay, let's do this for now. This is a taxpayer, which is me, and this is GST IRP. Okay. So they will be giving me client ID, client secret, and the GST number, which I have to pass into the header. And okay. So Anurup, you might be seeing some random script. Basically, it's a authentication request which is encoded. So okay. So request, if you could see here, this is to authenticate. It's not the correct URL. Perfect. This is the URL. So if government system or this system needs data like this, okay, this is the kind of data: GSTN number, Vikas exports, how many amount bill is there. Okay, so the government system can log. Okay, this is something that is come to us. Okay, if any doubt, just ask me. Okay,
No, no.
give me sample XML for invoice to submit to IRP for GST filing. Some with amount of 1 lakh rupees. So it's now giving me a sample XML. It's so much. Give me short, I will ask. Okay. Now I will take this, we go here and put it here. So this is a service. I given some, for example, we can say development service. I given development service to any company, but so what we always see is with this XML, for the above XML, can you please create a PDF? So even when we see anything in detail now, in anything on web applications, there is a data coming from some XML or JSON. The fields data coming from XML or JSON. Okay. So with this XML above, I created a sample PDF. You'll see it here. Oh shit. I will take you so lengthy. It will take so lengthy, but it's very important to understand. Okay.
It's generating an image.
Yeah, no problem. It's not a problem. Because I really do not want it to miss any point. Anyways, so you understand. Whenever we create an invoice, we will see a very beautiful interface. Okay, customer name, this and that. But in the backend, the data is like this.
Okay.
Anurup. The data
Yeah.
is like this: invoice 0001, date, this and that. So seller GST is our GST number, our customer's GST number. So what we sell and how much value we collected. So the same thing we post. So we have formats now. Okay. So we have formats. So what I will do, I will simply go and push this into this API and it will work. And it will give me the response back in SAP. Okay, GST submitted. Clear?
Oh,
So
okay,
there is
clear.
no need of someone manual who can download the invoices and go to the GST portal and upload it. So if there are
Okay,
thousands of such invoice, it can be done with APIs.
okay.
Got it? So from invoices, we can connect SAP system to government portal and vice versa. Anything what we wanted to do, we can do this. Now, if you could see, always a persons like us, even in any software, we see something like this. A very beautiful invoice, the things and all the stuff, na? Always. But
Hmm.
trust me, there is either JSON or XML in the backend, which is
Yeah.
showing the fields data. The layout is there, but the fields are coming from either JSON or XML. Clear?
Yes, yes, clear.
Now, once if there is any software, let me show you anything. So this is our payroll account basically. So this is an interface. What you are able to see here, the email address and password, right? Is that
Yes.
right? So you are seeing a very beautiful interface that is an email and a password and a button. So once you
Hmm.
put anything here, so how the data becomes in the backend? It becomes something like this. I'm taking an example of XML, okay? So it becomes like this: username, and this is password. So we see this is the thing which goes and communicates later like this. Got it?
Yeah.
Any interface, phone pay interface, any application on the mobile phone is either taking the data. They are asking very beautifully and very hassle free from us is with the help of fields, right? Or buttons or check boxes.
Mhm.
But in the backend, it's something like this. Always clear.
Yes, yes, clear.
Now, what happens is, uh, Anurup, you see my camera. If I go something like this to you, if I give you
Hmm.
thumbs up, you are a human. You understand. Okay, Prathamesh is giving me thumbs up. That means he's okay, or something is okay, right? But
Yes.
what would a system this thing understand? If I send something like this, if I send hi to any portal, what would they understand? And that too in JSON. So in this case again, if you could see here, clearly GST people has asked to send data in this format, which is a JSON. You see, it's a JSON.
Yes.
I mean, it's for example, just for the sake of example, it's some different language. But SAP is maintaining data in XML. Clear?
Yes.
So this integration is not going to happen. Either SAP has to change and map the fields accordingly. They have to do in this format. They have to create a format here like they want, and then they can put it here. Clear? But then SAP will ask, then here it's a need of some developers, so that developer will convert that values, will make it like the GST APIs and then forward it to them. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So that's a
So the
different concept.
government or any kind of exporter gives the format, and we need to frame that into an XML format, and we need to call the API,
Correct.
and the API does the rest of the thing. Here, if I missed any kind of cell to update, what happens? Still, the API gets executed. Suppose
No,
here I
that is a validation, Anurup. GST, for example, see, users can make mistake. Here, the sender person, the sender who is SAP, might even not send the GST numbers, but it doesn't mean no, it should accept or no. So these people have strict validations. They check the request first. If there is anything missing, they instantly throw a error. They throw a error called GST number missing, invalid buyer, invalid seller.
okay.
Clear? Is it clear to you?
Yeah, it is clear.
I will not take much further now. You'll get confused, but still, there is 2 points left. Okay, that I will cover up tomorrow for tomorrow. Okay,
Okay, fine.
and for the from the fourth lecture, we will be deep diving into the SAP environment,
Okay.
learning about integration suite. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
so let me turn off the recording and we'll recite again what we learned.
Okay.